Hey, Scorpio, and welcome back to the Journey of Self. I am your intuitive tarot reader as well as your host, Brandy, and this is the journey. All right, Scorpio, now listen. Whew, I did your reading, and now I'm like, well, I didn't do your reading yet, but I came to your reading and I started to realize some of the energies are heavy. Okay. Now, Scorpio is Scorpio and will always be Scorpio, okay? And I'm talking about all the good things that Scorpio bring, whatever that means to you. You are you and nobody can be you. I don't know, Scorpio. During Cancer season, I feel like y'all were good because you were living in a depth that you're used to. Scorpio is good in the dark. I wouldn't play with it. Okay? Now, there is something here about someone who may feel like they can take what's yours. And the truth of the matter is, Scorpio, you got the permission this month to fight for what is yours, whatever that means to you, however that means to you. Now, if it's a person, I would always say, unless it's a child, don't fight for people because they have to fight for themselves. And I don't mean that as your friend is going through something you don't fight. No, I mean like if it's a relationship, don't. No. My thing is this, like, if I'm with somebody and they want to go with you, they are free to go. Okay. I don't fight for people in that way, romantically. I don't do competition. If there's a competition, they won, they can have you. That's just me personally. But I feel like this is deeper than that. I feel like just now when I said that, some of y'all was like, honey, baby, it is deeper than that. And this is about lineage. It's about the truth of lineage. It's about something that has been hidden for a long time. I feel like it is about you guys fighting for your legacy in a way, like who you truly are. People may be questioning who you truly are. Let me get right into this because I don't even got no time to play with this reading because it's deep. This when I was doing the meditative portion and the things that I wrote down, I pulled a couple of cards from my fairy tale oracle deck. I'm going to read it to you. All right. Now, this particular first card that I pulled is called Theft. Okay. This card is about identity theft. It's about your authenticity being questioned. It is about blood magic. It is about justice and intimidation. It is about wisdom. It's about those who envy you and try to take what is yours. Know you have your own ancestral guides and strong family ties. They can't be you. It's not in their blood. They're not cut from the same cloth. Seriously. And then when we go into families in particular, everybody is not the same. Sorry, that's the truth. Can come from the same blood, but it don't mean we rocking this DNA the same. I feel like Scorpio has done tremendous amounts of work and they have reactivated some things, some gifts. Scorpio is really pulling in self, higher self. All right. This is about believe justice will be done and the truth will be revealed. Know that who you are cannot be copied. You are protected and cared for. Your status is not why you are loved. I just told Aquarius that. Holla. Okay. Know that. Your status is not why you are loved. I think there are people who see what you have or what you've inherited. And they may think that they can be you. And that is weird. They can't. And even if they try and get what you have and it seems as though they're taking it, I'm telling you, Scorpio, fight for what is yours. They won't have it. They will not win. The truth will be revealed. Okay? The next card that I have for you guys is Awakening. Now, it's crazy for me to get both of these cards in the same reading because they're very similar. And it's like a double confirmation that there is something deep going on here. This card is about a curse that shall be broken. This is about this time that you're in right now can lead to an awakening or will lead to an awakening. This could be the time that we just came out of because let me tell you, Cancer season really revealed the players on the board and what they're really about. This card is also about the sins of one's parents, inherited guilt, generational patterns activated, ignorance of consequences, willfully hiding the truth. There may have been someone who thought that they were keeping the truth from you for your own safety. only to find out that they made you more vulnerable in time. Let's get directly into this reading, all right? I'm going to read it from all directions: love, money, career, spirituality. First card out, Queen of Wands. This is about putting the poison where it belongs. This to me is also about calling the devil by his name, as well as intuition, okay? And using it to be exactly who you are, to shine bright. Remember, the Queen of Wands is extremely charismatic. She is a people's person, all right? She is sometimes the life of the party. But this could also be about someone who is like overly smothering you, right? Because if this has to do with anything like with parents or family, people could be on your door so hard that they're smothering you, like you need your space. This could be about also someone in your life who is overly sensitive. Next card out is the Four of Pentacles. This card is about self-preservation, as far as I'm concerned. Some people, they see it as holding on too tightly, but the real message of the Four of Pentacles is, if you're overspending, not. If you're working too much, take a vacation. It's about self-preservation. Do the thing that is going to be of your highest good. Do the thing that is going to bring you balance. And then we have the Six of Coins. This card is obviously about reciprocation. This man is giving and he gets joy from giving. He gets blessings from giving, as well as the people benefiting from his giving. I feel as though there may be someone who thinks that you're too big for your britches, but you have all the right to be because you were right. And you know who you are. And you're living in your truth, which is that you're the shit. Excuse me. It's like back to that Queen of Wands. You may be the life of the party. You may be charismatic. You may be someone that people like to be around. Somebody is mad about that. Somebody wants to know why. What'd I just say? Somebody may feel left out in the cold. Or you may be someone who is, more serious in nature. And then you have the people who just want to party, but they always want something from you. You may have to put your foot down and be like, nah, I'm good. I worked too hard for this and I'm not just going to give it away. I feel like the expression is coming to me, throwing pearls to swine. Often when I see the Four of Coins, I often say holding on to your purse strings and your heartstrings tightly, because you're self-preserving, right? You're in self-preservation mode. All right. The next card that you have, then the last card, is the Page of Cups. This is about emotional renewal. It's also about idealized love. Someone may have thought it was what it wasn't. Or you may have this idea of idealized love for someone else. However, this card promises emotional renewal or new emotional resolve. It's not necessarily a love offer, but it does promise fertility as well, hence the fish in the cup. Yep. Here we go. What did I say before about you in self-preservation mode? This card here, the Two of Pentacles, is about making daily decisions to keep balance in your life. It's about finding a rhythm that works for you, one that brings you success, and doing all the necessary steps in order to do that. There are people watching. There are people watching. I feel like, in a ways, Scorpio, there may be a little bit of a sense of fear of maybe losing everything, or that you don't have enough to fight for whatever it is that you may feel like you're fighting for this month. And as I say that, the Nine of Swords pops out. And as we know that the Nine of Swords is anxiety, it's depression, it's those sleepless nights. It could even be nightmares, night terrors that come into play. And at the end of the day, there is someone that can help you. And I think there's someone who is going to come in and help you. But this, whenever I see the Nine of Swords in this particular deck, I often say that there are truths that have been realized and applied. There are truths that are being applied now, and there are truths that will be used later. I feel like you guys have an arsenal, and it has something to do with your train of thought, the way you think, or what you know. Somebody may be trying to intimidate you out of speaking the truth. Speak the truth. Go ahead, because whether you tell it or not, it's going to come out. And if there's something that you're going to lose from not telling it, tell it. You may think that you're going to lose from telling it. No. The reason why they're trying to intimidate you out of speaking it is because they know it's going to hurt them more than it's going to hurt you. Trust me, if it was going to hurt you more, they would egg you on. Okay? Just saying. However that applies. I don't know why this card is in the reverse, because I don't even have reversals and I don't do reversals. But there is something here about someone in your life that may seem as though they're rising to power, but they are not. They are moving fast and hard in the wrong direction. And they are not who they pretend to be. I think that they may have people thinking that they're someone that they're not. And you may know the truth in this. Now, you may not, want to say anything here with the Page of Swords to defend yourself. You may feel as though you're going to come off harsh and cold. But it doesn't matter, because when it comes to the court cards of the swords, they're always telling the truth. Even if they're doing it hard and fast and brash and their timing is off, they're still telling the truth. This card, because it's not the Knight, is not about timing. It's about holding on to, it could be about holding on to petty knowledge for the sake of that, or feeling a need to defend oneself. Let's move on to the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is being clarified by the Seven of Swords. And as I said to, I don't know, Leo maybe, in this particular card, there is a panel here. You may be called to either testify, or you may have to go and speak your piece in front of other people and tell exactly what has happened. But I feel as though if this is about a fire sign or something like that, this person is not going to recognize you. They're not going to expect it. They expect you to stay silent. But I feel like with some strategic thinking, not overthinking, but some strategic thinking, you will be able to self-preserve. It's funny, too, that this card came out on the Seven of Swords, because I once heard a theory on the Seven of Swords. It's funny that this card came out on the Four of Pentacles, which is about self-preservation, because I once heard a story about the Seven of Swords. And it said, a lot of people think that this man is stealing in the Seven of Swords. It's about stealing, lying, cheating, and strategic thinking. But do you really know the story by looking at that one picture? What if this man in the Seven of Swords, the original Rider-Waite Seven of Swords, what if he heard that someone was coming to steal the swords, and now he's moving them to preserve them? It's funny that that would come out on top of there, because I feel like that is the nature of what we're talking about. You're in self-preservation mode. And while people may think and have this idea that you're stealing, lying, and cheating, or that you're not noble, or that you're not of the caliber that you are, and it will be revealed. But you're going to have to speak up. Page of Wands. This is about passion, a new avenue. It's about a new undertaking, and it's also about excitement. Some of you, like I said, could be dealing with a fire sign that's rearing for a fight, ready to go. They got you thinking that they're going to win. They're not. This is the Hierophant, and the Hierophant is always about focus on the group. This could be you guys focused on the group. You may be, if this is like a work thing, you may be like, look, I kind of want to keep my job. I got a family support, but this is also about tradition, alliances, and cohesion. It's also about talking to God, talking to clouds. It's my card of prayer, or as well as consulting an expert too. I feel like your actions will be inspirational to others, and you won't realize that other people are going to speak up. I feel like other people are going to back you on this. I feel like your support is going to come from the least expected place. You're going to tell someone in this situation, and this truth is going to reign so true to them that they're going to back you on this. Because there may be things that people know that they don't want to say because they have no proof. But there's power in numbers. They may come out after you decide to say what you're going to say. This person can have everybody thinking that, oh, they're a good person, they're upstanding, they're generous. Meanwhile, they may not be. This next card is the King of Pentacles, and this card is about calculated thought. Okay? It is about understanding the dualities of life and moving forward in calculated risk. All right? Ooh. Some of you could be dealing with a earth sign that is going to provide some help for you. All right? But the thing about this earth sign, when we think about the King of Pentacles, this could be someone who speaks little. And if you want their help, you kind of have to request it. They don't intervene or interfere in other people's stuff. Okay, this person could be rather calm and lethargic at times, you may think. But this person is good at introspection, and this person is loyal. This person, you'll know this person because they kind of inspire hard work in others. But this person, it would be someone who at times can be perceived as stoic, but when you speak to this person, you always get a good conversation. Like, you'll know this person. You'll know who this person is that could possibly help you, but you may be afraid to ask them because you may feel like, oh, this person doesn't want to get involved. And no, they're not going to get involved unless you help, unless you ask. Yeah, the Five of Wands. I feel like there is something here where you guys are afraid to approach this situation. But if you approach the situation, it's only going to be beneficial to you. Here with this lizard in the front of this card. I feel like some of you feel like you're gearing up for war. If this is a relationship and you've found out that your partner has been cheating, I say let them go. Yeah, there will be deep emotions about it. Yes, this is the Moon card. And there could be secrets and things of that nature. There could also be excessive emotions. But there will be inspiration from this darkness and this emotional trial. You will get knowledge of yourself that is going to be incomparable to anything else that you've ever experienced. Next card out, Nine of Pentacles. Seeing the fruits of your labor. If this is simply about a relationship, I feel like you guys may feel left out in the cold because your love was not reciprocated, because you had to always fight for the attention or the time or, you know, monetary support in this relationship, or for this person to simply match you. Some of you may be having to move, or you may be traveling. Okay, but here with the Five of Swords, I encourage you to do things on the up and up and legally, because that's the way you're going to win. It's not about taking it as far as you can possibly take it. And be careful that this fire sign is not trying to set you up for something much worse in order to either keep you quiet, discredit you, or to get you out of the way. Don't be baited by anyone. Whatever this person say, okay. You know, because at the end of the day, you can call this person's bluff by telling the truth in a telling the truth when it is presented. Correct? You don't have to go out of your way to speak this truth. There is information, I feel like, or fast movement that is going to come in reference to this situation. You may feel as though you have to go it alone. And I don't think that that's necessarily true. And I think if you give this fire sign an opportunity to go against you in an arena, they're going to tell on themselves, believe it or not. If this is a relationship, there's information that is going to prove to you that this person is not worth fighting for, and you're going to have to make a decision of an emotional nature. What is this? This Page of Cups, right? New emotional resolve, new emotional or just fresh emotions. This is clarified by the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is about a celebration, and also, you know, after the celebration, there is work to be done. But this is double, for me, this is double testifying, speaking your truth, maybe sitting in front of a panel. This is double confirmation for me for that. And you know what, though? This person thinks that they slick. They think that they're slick. They think that they can conjure. They can't. None of that's gonna work. I'm getting a strange quote in my head, or a strange line in my head, and I know where it's from. It's from a church song. However, I'm getting no weapon formed against me shall prosper. See, I don't think this person knows that you are chosen not by just your lineage, you're not chosen by yourself, because that's why you're feeling doubt, right? You're chosen by the universe to be the one to bring this situation to light. So it doesn't matter what they say. You're still going to be stable. You're still going to be comfortable. Don't let this person intimidate you, no matter who it is and what the situation is. Do not be intimidated by this. You're going to cut through the bullshit. This is like a storm that you have to go through, but you're going to come out on the other side ready to go. And look what she's wielding. This is the freaking Chariot, by the way. The Chariot doesn't usually have a sword, but in this particular African-American deck, she is wielding a sword. She is cutting through the BS with the truth. And that's the only thing that's going to set you free. You're going to have to tell the truth, or you're going to have extreme regrets later down the line, because even if this person tells you, oh, be quiet about it, or don't say anything about it, or we're good, eventually this situation is going to rear its ugly head once again, and you're going to lose more than you would if you just go ahead and say what you have to say now. It's clarified more, too, by the Devil energy. This is about someone in power that is looking to manipulate you. This could be about sex or power or money. But you know what? The Devil energy is always about a choice to be chained. A lot of people don't know that. Because the opposite of the Devil energy is the Temperance card, which is a careful measurement of the things that bring us joy. It is about balance and equilibrium. It is about compromise, right? Equaling things out and agreement. It's about agreement. And the Devil energy is the opposite to Temperance, not. The Strength card is not the opposite of the Devil energy, like a lot of people think. So with that being said, you have to make a choice to not go along to get along, because at the end of the day, this person is still trying to win over you. And the more you let this person slide, the further they get with this BS that they're trying to pull. All right, guys, if you guys want more information on this particular subject, the information is in the description box. Okay. Also for personal readings, the same thing. All right. So this has been your reading, Scorpio. Have a great rest of your day, and namaste.